The Chargers are sitting at 3-0, and on the surface, you couldn't script a better start. First time since 2002 this franchise has opened like this, and back then, that team got to 4-0 with a win over New England. So now the opportunity is sitting right here. Beat the winless Giants, go 4-0, and it feels like the path is clear. It looks easy, but once you dig into it, it's not that simple. This game is way more complicated than it looks on paper. And I'll be honest, I'm not getting the best feeling about it. Let me explain why. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. I've got to start with injuries because that's where the entire conversation begins. The Chargers are banged up, plain and simple. Mekhi Becton, the starting right guard, gone with a concussion. He's not suiting up this week. Darius Davis knee injury, he's out. That's not just a depth wide receiver, that's also a special team spark plug. And then Will Dissly, starter tight ends, also sidelined with a knee. That's 3 contributors, all out. But it doesn't stop there. Bradley Bozeman, the center, battling a back injury, listed as questionable. Elijah Molden, safety, questionable with a hamstring. And then you've got guys like Trey Pipkins, Deshaun Hand, Cam Hart, Dante Jackson. They're expected to play, but they're not 100%. This isn't a clean bill of health. It's a roster patched together at the moment. Now, zoom out further. Rashawn Slater, their star left tackle, already lost for the season. Najee Harris, their high-profile backfield addition, gone for the year. Denzel Perryman, Khalil Mack, also on injured reserve. I'm not talking about fringe players. I'm talking about cornerstone talent missing in week 4 of a long season. So, when we talk about critical, this is what I mean. The Chargers have a chance to keep momentum alive, but the injuries stack the deck in a way that could make a game like this dangerous. And dangerous is the right word because while the Giants are winless, they are not toothless. They've got a defensive line that on any given Sunday can wreck your game plan. Dexter Lawrence anchoring the middle. Brian Burns screaming off the edge. Kayvon Thibodeau, still inconsistent, but absolutely capable of taking over a drive. And when you're running out a compromised offensive line, that matchup jumps out as the #1 area where this game could swing. If Herbert is under duress, all the other advantages start to shrink. And then here is another angle nobody is talking about. Chargers already went to Brazil in week 1, then Vegas, then home. Now it's across the country to New York for a 10 a.m. Pacific kickoff. History tells us West Coast teams in these early East Coast windows often stumble. It's not made up. The data backs it. Since 2005, West Coast teams are significantly worse against the spread when kicking off at 10 a.m. It's body clock football. You wake up early, travel miles, and suddenly you're sluggish out of the gate. That's a real factor here. And if the Giants steal momentum early, this game looks a lot less like an easy win. And yesterday, I confirmed with you guys that the Giants have benched Russell Wilson and they're turning to rookie Jaxson Dart. Now, on the one hand, that's exactly what you want as a defense. First career start against a defense coordinated by Jesse Minter, who's been dialing up disguise coverages and already frustrated Patrick Mahomes and Geno Smith earlier this season. Dart is stepping into a firestorm. But here's the other side. Rookies like Dart are unpredictable. He's mobile, he can extend plays, and he's got nothing to lose. That kind of chaos quarterback can break rules, make a busted play work, and suddenly turn the game script upside down. If the Chargers' pass rush doesn't get home, Dart has the athleticism to create problems. But I will take this as a Chargers advantage because, in my opinion, career first-game pressure will be high. And that will come with 3 consecutive team losses, so pressure will be on Dart too. And look, if I am concerned, it doesn't mean I am not optimistic. The Chargers are coming with 3 big wins, and this is something nobody should ignore. One of the biggest reasons for optimism is Justin Herbert. He's not just playing well, he's playing like an MVP candidate. Leads the NFL in passing yards, over 860 through 3 games. 6 touchdowns, tied for 3rd most, and he's doing it efficiently, pushing the ball downfield, extending plays. The eye test says he's completely in control of this offense, and the numbers back it up. And then you look at who he's facing. Giants defense, giving up 426 yards per game, the worst in the NFL. 252 passing yards allowed per game. That's 28th. They're 24th in EPA per play allowed against the pass. Their corners, Deonte Banks and Paulson Adebo, have struggled. That is not a recipe for stopping Herbert with Keenan Allen, mcconkey, and Quentin Johnston running routes. And it's not just through the air. The Giants are 31st in rushing defense. That opens the door for Omarion Hampton, the rookie back, to build on his best game of the season last week. He had 129 total yards, showed flashes of breaking long runs, and he's catching passes out of the backfield. Against this Giants unit, ranked 30th in EPA allowed per rush, Hampton can be the X factor. Get him to the corner behind Joe Alt, let him use his burst, and you can keep this offense balanced. On defense, the Chargers hold another huge edge. Minter's scheme is thriving. They're the 9th best pass defense in football, and this is after facing Mahomes, Geno, and a divisional dogfight with Denver. They've already shown the ability to shut down explosive passing attacks. And when you look at Malik Nabers, the Giants' top weapon, he's dealing with a shoulder injury. Chiefs already laid down the blueprint. Bracket him, take him out, dare anyone else to win. New York doesn't have the depth to punish you if Nabers is erased. If the Chargers follow that plan, Nabers could be a non-factor again. Now, what is the winning formula? Offensively, the game plan should be straightforward. Balance Herbert with Hampton. Don't put everything on Herbert's shoulders, even though he can handle it. Establish enough of a run threat to keep Burns and Lawrence from teeing off every down. Mix in quick passes, screens, and swing routes, exactly what we saw against Denver, to neutralize the rush. And with Disley out, keep feeding Oronda Gadsden. The rookie tight end showed something last week. 5 catches, 7 targets, reliable hands. Giants linebackers are depleted, so this is a matchup the Chargers should exploit. And most importantly, finish in the red zone. The Giants are giving up touchdowns on 80% of drives that reach their red zone. You cannot settle for field goals here. Long drives that end in 7s, not 3s. Bury an overmatched team quickly. Defensively, it's about 2 things, turnovers and explosives. This secondary should feast on Dart. Bold predictions are out there. Multiple interceptions, and I agree. This is the perfect setup for a rookie quarterback to make mistakes, staring down receivers, misreading coverages. The Chargers already have 3 picks on the year. That number should rise. But they have to stay disciplined against the deep ball. Giants lead the league in attempts of 20 or more yards. Russell Wilson hit huge plays in Week 2. Bo Nix missed open bombs in Week 3 that could have burned LA. If Dart connects on just 1 or 2 of those, it can flip momentum. That's where Derwin James and the safeties have to be locked in. No freebies over the top. So, what happens if all of this comes together? That's where the bold predictions come in. Chargers break 450 total yards of offense for the first time this season. Herbert spreads it around. Allen looks rejuvenated. mcconkey keeps shining. Johnston chips in. Hampton goes over 100 yards from scrimmage again. And defensively, the Chargers grab at least 2 interceptions. Maybe more, turning Dart's debut into a nightmare. If they play clean, if they come out with urgency, this should be a double-digit win. Something like 31-13, where by the 4th quarter, you're rotating guys and getting out healthy. But here's where I come back to the word critical. It's not critical because the Giants are scary. It's critical because of what it represents. 4-0 means confidence. 4-0 means distance in the AFC standings.